It's almost beyond the control of kids when they're in the presence of guns, not to play with them, not to want to take them.
It's a scene that is becoming all too commonplace. The bloody schoolyard aftermath, the grief-stricken faces, the expressionless eyes of the teenage suspect. Tonight, the deadly fascination that kids have for guns is explored on ABC's Primetime Thursday. And according to Diane Sawyer, the temptation to handle a firearm is one that few teens can resist.
Studies have shown that with adolescents, their blood pressure goes up, their hormones increase, they're surging with hormones. And so many of the kids said to us, it's an impulse I can't control.
That contention was borne out in a hidden camera experiment in which handguns disabled by police were planted in locations where teens would come across them.
The savviness of these kids with guns made my mouth drop open. Upon finding the gun, this 13-year-old immediately tries to load it with a clip. They take the gun clip, they jam it in. They know about the safety locks. They know how to check the cartridges. And repeatedly, they wipe the fingerprints off.
Afterwards, parents watched in shock and disbelief.
Oh my goodness. His whole persona changed. His gestures, his body language, his attitude.
These parents were absolutely stunned. They felt theirs would be the teen who would behave properly, responsibly.
I really would like to think that he wasn't going to take it.
The disturbing conclusions reached by this primetime investigation serve as a chilling reminder that this is a problem that affects everybody.
And if you think teens and young children can be educated and scolded out of playing with them, wake up, because you're wrong.
Also on Primetime Thursday, the very latest on the California school shooting.
The plot to kidnap Russell Crowe is just the latest celebrity threat investigated by the government. Now from Gwyneth Paltrow to Steven Spielberg, we open the Hollywood FBI files in this Entertainment Tonight cover story. When E.T. broke the news that the FBI had uncovered a plot to kidnap Russell Crowe, it made headlines around the world. But Special Agent Matthew McLaughlin says it's just business as usual for the Bureau.
We are compelled to investigate aggressively when warranted. This obviously warrants that.
But the FBI does not get involved simply because the person is a celebrity. It all depends on the manner of the threat.
Via email, over the internet, via the U.S. mail, those all constitute federal violations, and that is what draws the FBI into those cases.
That's what drew them to the case of Gwyneth Paltrow. In 1999, she began receiving threatening letters and sexually explicit material from Dante Soyu, who was convicted in December of stalking and ruled insane. The FBI played a key role, according to L.A. Deputy District Attorney Rhonda Saunders.
They have the ability to get records from different states, access to different things. And they actually went to the defendant's house and had a talk with him saying, look, you're really scaring this woman. Stop it. You're scaring her family.
Perhaps the FBI's most famous celebrity case involved Frank Sinatra Jr., who was kidnapped in 1963 and returned without harm.
It was life-altering. It's made an impression on all of us we will die with.
Strong among Tina Sinatra's memories is the presence of the FBI.
You couldn't rest, you couldn't sleep, you couldn't tune it out, and you would watch the FBI agents who were there 3 or 4 at a time, and you would watch the money coming into the house, and they would take it aside and they would check it.
They also investigated the 1974 kidnapping of Patricia Hearst, the murder of Michael Jordan's father in 1993. And in 1998, the FBI notified Steven Spielberg that he was targeted for murder by a small group of white supremacists. While the FBI has made Crowe aware of the kidnapping plot, their work will not be over until they locate the perpetrators of the threat.
We will continue to investigate that case aggressively until we bring all of those people to justice.
The FBI is also involved working behind the scenes as advisors for movies like Silence of the Lambs. Tomorrow, a Monica Lewinsky exclusive. We have the pictures from New York Magazine, inside her loft apartment. We'll tell you where she lives and who she hangs out with.
She said she goes out a couple of times a month on blind dates.
Plus, how she feels about the Clintons moving to New York.
Which word can describe both a bike with high handlebars and a helicopter?
It's a cross between Millionaire and Survivor, where contestants get voted off by other players.
Jeff.
Jeff.
Only we have the British game show that's coming to America, but will the host be as nasty?
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Cameron Manheim and a baby. We have the footage of the star in a hospital with a newborn. That's tomorrow.
And we'll be right back with the insider scoops on a celebrity engagement and a celebrity divorce. In 1997, was it I Know What You Did Last Summer star Freddie Prinze Jr., Ryan Phillippe, or Jennifer Love Hewitt who said, creating cartoons, that's my first love? Your answer's next in the ET Birthdays.